Tomorrow is day one for the replacement of our roof. Campbell Roofing will be here early in the morning to start the process. They expect to have it done in 3 days. Campbell Roofing has arrived to replace our roof. We've been waiting several months to get this done. There's such a demand for contractors these days. Perfect weather for today. So you finally were able to get the tiles for this color, huh?
Yeah, the manufacturer stopped making a lot of stuff and was actually shipping a lot of it south, so.
Oh, wow.
That was it.
Supply and demand, I guess, and pandemic shut things down for a while.
The only thing that'll interfere with that is if there is a leaf guard or screen over top of the gutters, we'll have to remove that in order to get our flashing on.
Okay.
But not the actual gutter itself.
I think they're fairly easily removed. They're just a...
Yeah, they're a
Screw.
1/4 inch drive screw.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if you remove them, like I was saying, just leave them off.
Okay.
What we witnessed during the wintertime, you get sleet and snow on it, it blocks the screen and water just pours over it, and it gets really bad here in the corners.
Okay.
So I see no advantage to them now, especially since our trees are growing.
Sure.
You agree, right?
I agree. I do think that it's better to have a little screen that goes just where the downspouts at. There's a little screen that you can get that goes in there.
Oh, like right in the hole.
Right in the hole.
Okay.
So it allows everything to go in there, but it keeps it from going into your dry wells.
There's a whole team out on the roof.
Well, the team's gotten started while I'm having a discussion with Mr. Campbell here, the owner of the company, and I'm impressed.
My neighbors have a dog.
And the work begins. So you're going to use a longer nail on the overhangs?
It's the same size nails we would use in the field, but when the soffits are open like this, we usually use a shorter nail so it doesn't penetrate the wood deck, because it'll leave a bunch of nails exposed from underneath and it's not very attractive. But since you're going to close them off, we're going to use the standard 1.25 inch field nail across the whole thing.
Well, so doesn't that, the warranty of the roof requires the long nail or not?
That is, it has to penetrate the sheathing at least 1/4 inch.
Okay.
So each one is a fascia board. You have, on this side, you have a gable fascia.
Okay.
And then over here would be an eve fascia underneath the gutter.
Okay.
So over on that side, your tail is really rotten, and I don't like to scab in little pieces.
Right.
Especially since it takes away some of the support for this corner. And so we'll replace it in full length.
So they're going to replace the entire board here because of this little piece at the end that was a repair once upon a time, and this is the time to do it. They're going to use prime spruce. Cedar is really expensive right now.
It's a little soft on top, but I think it'll still hold up for you.
The team of so many, this is going quickly. You can really see the rotten sheathing there in the corner. Bye-bye, old tile. Working over to the other side. Finishing up on the north side of the roof. A little close to the edge for me. Nice view from up here. I'm watching from on top of the RV roof. That's a repair where there was a wood stove chimney. So Joe Campbell, the owner of the company, went into town to pick up more supplies that they will need to make these repairs. He'll be getting a solar light and also some extra sheathing to repair the patches in the roof where there used to be vents. The last roofing company just covered it with tin, so he's going to cut out an opening the full length of the trusses and do a proper patch. Sheathing now is $95 a board. Making good progress here. Not very pretty. So is that solar light going to be replaced?
I didn't see the paperwork, but if it gets moved too much, the reflective tube that comes from the clear lens at the top all the way down to your ceiling inside,
Right.
it comes detached, and then we're crawling inside and trying to retape it.
Oh, geez.
Stuff like that. So
Okay.
I'll have to double check the paperwork when Joe gets back to see what exactly we're gonna.
Okay.
Whether we're putting a new one in or if we're still using that one.
From what you see, what's the condition of the sheathing?
Pretty typical for what we see. A characteristic of the CDX is as it heat cycles, it tends to back fasteners out slowly, so that's why you get a lot of this uneven looking sheeting.
Okay.
Something we like to do is go back over and just pound all the nails in, and if it's real bad, we'll reshoot all the sheets on so that they're not just backing out. Because if you go to hit them in and the nail doesn't stay in, then we put new fasteners just to keep it held down. But this looks pretty good other than that.
Well, that's good. Joe said that the sheathing runs about $95 a board.
Right now, with the way everything's been and the different shortages we've had, yeah, it's gone up substantially. I think it's like tripled or quadrupled in price. So.
Jeez. So where are those little vent holes that were not properly sealed? Where the
all the way up here, and they were just old attic venting. So whoever put this last roof on cut the ridge venting open to do the ridge vent, and then just put step flashing over these.
Oh, jeez.
And
like stepping through.
We almost went through them in a couple spots. So
oh man.
we'll cut all that out and get new sheeting in, and
Yeah.
it'll be solid like it should be.
There's one of those openings. There's 4 on the main house. You can see them right near the bridge. They have to be closed up. The sheathing will be cut all the way the length between 2 trusses and a new piece popped in to make a proper repair.
Gotta be a little cautious there.
Do you need access into the attic?
We might. I'm gonna have them get the rest of this paper pulled out, and then if we have to, we have plenty of the reflective tape to reseal the tube.
Okay.
I'll ask you, and we'll climb inside and reconnect the tubes. That's all that holds those tubes together. There's expandable sections to get, depending on what you need to get from A to B, and you just tape each section together.
Do I need to clean the top lens of that thing?
We certainly can. Yeah, if you want to hand us some Windex or whatever you want.
I think I'd use a little white vinegar mixed with a little dish soap like I use on the windows. Is that okay?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay. There's the old vent holes. Soon to be patched. So we're going to take off these screens that were put in by leaf filter because they serve no purpose now that we don't have the trees that fill them up. They actually block the snow and ice, causing water to run off and underneath the eaves.
Plus I'll have half of my money to help with. Yep. Here's a ring.
Making good progress.
Oh, which one?
They do have flatter versions.
And the longer they're around, the more designs they'll have. Oh, totally.
The old tiles could have lasted probably another 5 more years, maybe even 10. But with all the leak issues and the rot underneath, we had no choice. Bye-bye, roof. Moving right along. And our trash gets picked up. So the goal today is to get all the old roofing removed and the sheathing prepped, the holes patched, so that when the truck with the tile arrives, they can load it up onto the roof peak. Almost finished removing the tar paper. There's a bad piece of sheathing. And we get started on the garage roof. Lots going on. Look at that. Jeez. Bye-bye bad sheathing. What do you think about that insulation there, Joe?
I think it looks a little close to your sheeting. However, there's no intake on this bay, and it's not touching, so I think you're okay. Very nice. The quality of this insulation, you don't get the R value per inch as you would with like a normal or a newer fiberglass insulation with the rock wool.
Well, I think they piled that on top of the fiberglass.
Did they?
That's why they shoved those cardboard blocks there so it would not cover the vents. Someone came by and said, hey, we can add some more R value to your insulation.
That's right.
Back to work after a 9 a.m. break.